Everybody's after my chainsaw heart! What about my heart? Denji's heart! Does nobody want that?
Boom.
So far, we have 2 anime movies that have been out in theaters this year of 2025. We had a Demon Slayer movie released in September, and in my opinion, I thought it was really good. But the only flaw I had with the movie was that there was 3 times during the movie it felt like 4 episodes mushed together. Now you have all these characters juggled around, and yes, they're all fighting demons, but you would have one character fight this character with motivations. Then you would have another character that would have their own plot and motivations, not to mention the fact that we got to have flashbacks to explain our antagonist's story. Again, I was highly entertained with the movie and it's successful at the box office, but it didn't feel like a movie to me. So when I knew the Chainsaw Man movie was coming out the next month in October, I was excited and at the same time was a little concerned that it would be like a whole season of television mushed together. This was not the case with the Chainsaw Man movie, and in fact, it became one of my favorite movies of the year. Everybody's first impression of Chainsaw Man is that it is a goon fest and fan service type of show. People would see the way the women are drawn and hear the type of things they do with Denji, and Denji himself being a horny character. For the most part, it's correct, but it's not fan service for the sake of it and more of a deconstruction of it. In the first season of Chainsaw Man, we see and hear all of the abuse Denji has taken growing up before harnessing the chainsaw power. Denji is abused in every type of way. He does not go to school and barely interacts with anyone. Once Denji gets the chainsaw power, he still gets abused and manipulated as a 16-year-old. The Chainsaw Man movie called Reze's Arc, for me, puts together that Chainsaw Man as a whole is about a boy who wants someone to care for him. Without spoiling it, there is a scene with this character Makima, who Denji truly goes to the movies with her during the day. She uses that day to get into Denji's heart and to manipulate him because she is his boss. Denji, after that day of going on a date with Makima, meets a new girl he hasn't seen before named Reze. Reze was the first person to try to get to know Denji, and Denji finally was in love with somebody that he could relate to. Reze was a normal girl, which Denji assumed. Reze works at a coffee shop, goes to school, and has goals for herself. Denji was admired by that, and for the first time in his life felt like somebody loved him. Then when something happens later in the story, you're like, damn, Denji can't have nobody to care about him. That's the brilliance of this Chainsaw Man Reze arc, is that they use the romance to show these grown adults are manipulating a kid who doesn't know what he's doing and doesn't know what his admirations are besides eating food and thinking about girls. The art, action, and music of Chainsaw Man was beautiful to witness on the big screen. The first season of Chainsaw Man had one of the most realistic animations I've seen on the anime. It was so realistic, the animators were flexing by showing the characters cooking food like it was a Studio Ghibli movie, and it looked delicious. I will say this does not have the type of animation for the Reze Arc movie, but it still looks gorgeous. The action was over the top greatness, and it reminded me of games like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch with its action. There was a scene with Denji and the Shark Devil, and it was the toughest visuals I've seen all year. The standout for the movie though was the score of Chainsaw Man Reze Arc. The composer Kinusuke Ushio made a beautiful score soundtrack with this movie that enhanced the art, action, and romance. Anime surprisingly has taken over the box office worldwide, including the United States. It's not like we haven't had anime movies before in the States like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Super. But the fact that Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man can be number 1 at the box office in the United States tells you how far anime has gone in pop culture. Chainsaw Man, along with Demon Slayer, fully pushes that anime can be embraced by everyone, including people that are from the United States. Only a matter of time before anime content becomes the new era of blockbusters. Really enjoyed Chainsaw Man Reze Arc. and it would be a better experience watching the first season. But it's fine if you haven't watched it. It will still be a fun time for you though.